Linking with Robbie. So dude hit me in my DM, right? And I'm just like, all you niggas freak out, and that's just all it is. First off, girl, fuck him. And you are now listening to Linking with Robbie. Listen. Day 13 was a mess. Day 14 was a lot more smooth as far as the witness testimonies go, but again, there was mess. I don't know what's going on this week, but it's definitely given this week is going to be the messy week for the trial because it's a lot going on, and I'm just little by little I'm getting lost along the way with the plot of what's really going on with what the defense is doing. I mean, I know the gist of what the defense is doing when they're crossing, and it's going to be interesting when they go ahead and they bring their witnesses up to see what's going to happen. I'm interested to see what witnesses they're going to bring because the way they've been badgering these prosecution witnesses, they try to discredit every little thing and they keep bringing up all these settlements and it's just, oh my gosh. Okay, let me just dial it back. So boom. Day 13, right? Mia is still on the motherfucking stand. I don't know what's going on, but the defense had her up there again on Monday. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she's still up there. In the beginning of the day, the judge was already like, look, I hope we could be out of here by noon. Get Mia up out of here and off the stand by noon. And even the defense was like, I can't make that guarantee. And then when the judge was like, y'all not going to bring up more Instagram posts, are you? And then, again, the defense was like, I can't make no guarantee. So far, what I've been seeing this week, Brian still, he's the shark on the team. He's the one defense attorney that's going to go there. He going to argue with the judge. He going to argue with the prosecution. He don't give a fuck. He going in. He going hard. He goes straight to the, straight. He's very direct. Very, you know exactly what he getting at when he getting at it. He's aggressive with his tactics. Maybe that's just how he does it. He's not the type to be sugarcoating and then, doing a softball. No, he going straight in, straight dodgeball territory, right to your face, straight to your dome. That's how he goes into it. And what's even crazy about the whole thing is after the judge and everybody went through the whole thing about what they're going to be doing for day 13, Mia comes on the stand. Somehow there's word about a video that was recorded from the courtroom or something like that. I'm not sure. Apparently some video has gotten out. By this point, you know how I said people had already been trying to speculate on who she is. Oh my God. The birthday video that they was trying to bring up the last week that the defense was trying to bring in. Why everybody done found the birthday video? Not everybody know who the lady is. I ain't gonna say her name, but I mean, you can Google the name. I'm gonna call her Mia out of respect for her privacy, because I don't want the feds knocking at my door. But yeah, her name is out there, and it's because they went over her whole professional history and career history doing a testimony. So I mean, anybody with common sense could just go and put two pieces together, look for an Instagram post, and be like, here you go. And that's exactly what it had. Now, granted, looking at the birthday video, I didn't really get the relevance of it. I felt like it was a nothing burger. But I do see what the defense was painting. It went more to the narrative that, girl, you was not sexually assaulted. Girl, you was not abused. You weren't any of those things. You're just a disgruntled, just a mad, bitter ex-employee. Let me rephrase it. You're just a mad, bitter ex-employee who's upset because you got fired. And you got fired and let go, and your show didn't get picked up. You didn't get to take off with your career, whatever the case may be. And you're mad about it. So that's what they're trying to say. So with them bringing up all these birthday video, all these Instagram posts and these messages where she just confessing her love, and I won't lie, it wasn't looking good. I wanted her off the stand because I'm like, okay, you killing this case with me. Baby girl, why was you doing all this? Not even for the sexual abuse of it all. Girl, you making yourself look bad. I felt bad for her. No wonder she wanted to be anonymous, and it's crazy. It didn't even matter because she was being posted in the CNN and everything else. Everybody was posting that lady. So her video was everywhere. It's all over the internet. Everybody know what she looked like. She's a Caucasian woman. She has blonde hair. You can see that from the illustrations. And I just feel like the day just spiraled from there because I think it sent the prosecution into a tizzy a little bit, the courtroom into a tizzy, just seeing how she had been exposed. And they just kept badgering her even more and more and like really weighing her down. It was to the point where I was like, I couldn't wait till she got off the stand. So I'm not going to touch too much on Mia because I believe her. I believe everything she's saying. Everything she's saying corroborates everything everyone else is saying. Do I think she's not a strong witness? It's too many things that she stated that the defense was and did use to discredit her testimony, which they were trying to get her impeached by the end of the day. They were trying to get her thrown out. Like, they were trying to get her removed from the whole trial, like a whole witness testimony. They're trying to find a way to, she's so discredited because they were trying to make her look crazy and disgruntled. It was just too much. It was too much. And I can't even really touch on Mia too much because it was so much. I feel like we've been talking about Mia for so long that I'm at this point, I'm exhausted. And I'm just glad she off the stand. I hope they don't bring her back for no more questioning because, oh my gosh, the more they just kept weighing in on stuff. And she kept responding with, my therapist, which is a good response. But I'm pretty sure there's going to be judges. I mean, there's going to be people that are in the jury who don't think like I would, who don't automatically believe victims, who is going to look at this as, girl, this was really what this was about. Because it's hard for some people, and I'm not speaking for myself, but it's hard for some people to get past the fact that you continue to work or be around an abuser and support an abuser and promote an abuser and praise an abuser. You know what I mean? So that does make her look bad, but I think that's going to be the narrative that's going to be painted with a lot of these workers and staff people that worked around with Diddy and Bad Boy, because most of them, let's be honest, they looked the other way until it affected them. And that's just probably going to be the truth of the matter, but it doesn't change what the fuck he done. You know what I mean? Whether people supported it or didn't support it, or whether they said something about it or not, he still did the shit. And that's the thing that the defense is not arguing. That's been pissing me off. So I was just glad Mia is off the stand, because at this point, y'all dragging it, okay? We get it. Y'all don't believe her and y'all want to discredit her and y'all think she's lying and full of shit. We get it. Y'all done said it like 20 times on this fucking courtroom. Let her go. So that's where I was with her. Then they brought in, who else they brought in? Okay, so for day 14, right? Oh my God. Day 14, they brought in Eddie Garcia. Eddie Garcia, who got immunity because he was going to plead the fifth and not say anything. He said, bitch, I'm not saying that. That's going to incriminate me. He was the hotel employee who, I believe he worked in security. He was somewhere a part of the staff. But needless to say, he was paid to get rid of the video of when Diddy beat up Cassie. Child. Yeah, he was paid. They broke down some of the amounts that was paid and such. I don't remember the details of it, but they did go over the amount that he was paid. Basically, what happened was Diddy kept getting in touch with him, basically constantly trying to get him to find a way to get rid of the video or to give him the copy of the video. You know what I mean? And basically, they got rid of it. They said it wasn't on the cloud, so on and so forth. Diddy had Cassie even called to basically say, yes, I want this removed. I want this taken down. I don't want this video out there to make me look bad. I got a movie coming out, which makes sense. At the time, she was worried about her image, and it didn't pay her in a good look either, because it was like she didn't want to be seen as this abused victim. You know what I mean? That's not good publicity on either side. So why would she want that video to be out? So I understand that completely. A lot of people are judging the dude because they're like, why don't you call the police? But I'm gonna be honest with you. If somebody come offer you $100,000, like if somebody come offer me $10,000, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna be morally correct in my decision making skills, because depending on what they're asking me to do and the severity of the situation, I might take the money and do what they ask me to do. Now I think in this situation, because it can come back to bite, like it is biting hard, I don't think I would do that because I think it can risk my job security anyway. Like at the time, the dude was only making like $10.50. So really, that was a big come up because that ain't nothing. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't know. It's complicated to say because in that situation, honestly, in that situation, you really don't know what you'll do because he didn't automatically just do it right off the bat, the first phone call. He had to speak with his supervisor. His supervisor gave a price and was like, look, I'll do it for this much. And his supervisor approved of it, so he went ahead with it. It's just wild and crazy because, like, the more and more stuff is revealed in this trial, girl is given power. And I didn't think. Sometimes you watch these shows and they be like, oh, this stuff be happening in real life. You be like, no, it's not. Bitch, it really do. Because what is going on? How you get paying $100,000, paying $10,000, paying $50,000, paying any amount for a video of you abusing a person in the middle of the hallway because you just lunatic. You just a lunatic and you don't have any decency or self-respect or any type of just courtesy to not be an abusive ass fuck. Instead, you're doing it anyways. I don't know. Oh my God. The days are blending together so much that I've been saying day 13 and day 14 when really it's been day 14 and day 15. And I was just going on and on and on. And I'm all inaccurate with the days. That's how long Mia was up there. I don't even know what day it is anymore because we was up there with Mia for so long. But anyways, so anyways, child. Day 13, see, still doing it. Day 14 ended with basically Mr. Ferguson, which is I believe the CFO, or he handles some type of finances within Diddy's company team. And basically he had a lot of the financial records. He's seen a lot of that stuff. And basically the prosecution just brought him on to kind of give and paint a picture of the financial dealings that was going on that really paints the elaborate picture of how money was being spent and what it was all being used for. And of course, the defense countered it by saying, well, this person is just an executive, or Diddy is just an executive among many, many workers. He doesn't have all the say in the ins and outs of what the finances are and whatever that. They're basically just trying to minimize Diddy's power ranking. You know what I mean? Bring him down to a status that he's not as powerful as he seems. He's not as threatening and important or that big in the grand scheme of things when this is all solely around him. But the defense is doing a good job of trying to, strip away that narrative that he is this all powerful man. So that was mainly what that witness testimony was for. Ferguson was really just there to paint an idea and give background to how the financial dealings are, as far as dealings, deals that Diddy was making at one point in time, and how at one point in time there would been, conflict of interest of what they want to do with certain things as far as the deal wins, a business wins, so on and so forth. In the midst of all that, the defense was arguing about the compilation video of the hotel video. You know what? We've all seen it when Diddy abuses Cassie. They're basically screaming and claiming that it's altered, which it technically is by a technicality standpoint, but it doesn't really change the fact that Diddy's still abusing her. I guess they just don't like the speed of it, the order of how it's edited. They feel like it should be edited a certain way, and it shouldn't be edited at all. So, I get it. Show the whole full clip. Understandable. So basically anything that they get, any video evidence, anything like that, they want to make sure it's shown fully. I do think the prosecution is doing a good job because these two witnesses, Eddie and Mr. Ferguson, basically painted a picture of the financial dealings with the hotel incident, a lot of the other financial dealings that there was going on because you have a person that's getting paid. You have also people that's handling the money. You're talking to them. You're painting a whole picture that actually leans into the RICO aspect. The one thing everybody keeps screaming about: where's the RICO? Where's the RICO? Where's the RICO? It's right here now. The RICO is here. The RICO is here. You have somebody here who is being silenced with an NDA and paid off to cover up and get rid of evidence of Diddy doing illegal crimes, holding somebody against their will, abusing them, physical violence, so on and so forth, all happening right then and there. Hell, there was a prostitute right in the room. A lot was going on, you know what I mean? So, with all that being said, like, this person that worked there that got rid of the video is an amazing witness. They had the emails, they had the call records and all that, so on and so forth, right there in their lap. So I think the prosecution did a good job. The defense really couldn't. They tried to badger home a few things, about, getting paid and, basically trying to shift away the blame from Diddy by, showing certain things that, Cassie was the one that asked for the money and such and so forth. And she wanted it taken down because she wanted the videos deleted and she didn't want him to post it. But I don't think it really leans into what they think it leans into. But again, there are certain people on the jury that's going to go right home to them. That's going to speak to them. They're going to understand that. They're going to agree with that. I'm not that person, but because I'm not swayed that easily. I can see, I told you every day, I will be a prosecutor because sitting here, how can I put this? Sitting here trying to find a loophole and defend somebody that I know is guilty would be so difficult for me, and I wouldn't be able to have an integrity with myself, to be honest. I'm more of a prosecutor. I can find your wrongdoings easier than I can find a way out of your wrongdoings. You know what I mean? But yeah, I do think Diddy's team is doing a great job. Like I said, Brian Steele is their shark. He's their beast. He's their main honcho who's really delivering the hard blows, and the defense is fighting everything tooth and nail to get stuff thrown out, to get stuff not used, to get stuff this, that, and the third. They're fighting hard. Like I've I've never seen a defense team go this hard, and their questioning is still weird to me, because a lot of the questioning does flip flop a lot. Some things is like this, and then some things is like that, and some things is like this, and some things is like that, and I'm just like, okay, baby, what's happening? Slow down, everybody, pause. What's happening? You know what I mean? Like, that's what I get from everything. Is literally giving everybody slow down, pause. I haven't caught up yet. Like, the questions be so left field. Like, he'll be asking a question and then he'll drop it and go to something else. And a lot of the questions at face value, they seem irrelevant, but I see what he's doing. He's painting a picture that the defense is painting a picture that they're going to come back to. Basically, when they get their turn to get their witnesses and stuff like that, they're painting a picture, and it's kind of clear that they're painting everybody as either disgruntled employees, how else can I put it, liars, people that are looking for payouts. That's what they're going to paint this as. For the people that aren't testifying because they want to be there, or for the ones that are not testifying their own abuse, they're handling it a different way. They're basically saying this person is discredited, or it could be seen like that, but it really was this. But like I said, as I keep saying time and time again, the one thing the defense is not doing, they're not denying the actual abuse. They're not denying the actual the things they're denying is the validity, or they're finding ways to discredit things that are being said. They're not necessarily saying he didn't do these things. And I'm noticing they're not doing that. I don't know what their strategy is, and it's going to be interesting to see as this trial continues, because the trial is going to eventually be over soon. And we'll be able to have a better picture of what exactly everyone's saying. I'm still interested to see if we're ever going to see Gina, when we're going to see KK, because her name comes up with every testimony. When we're going to see the Jane Doe, who we still haven't seen. I just have a feeling Jane Doe probably gonna be like Mia. They're gonna drag her through the mud. Like, oh my gosh. If Cassie wasn't pregnant, they probably would have went even harder on her, to be honest, than they did. Because I think they wanted to go harder. Because they wanted Cassie to come back. They wanted to go hard on her like they did Mia, but they wasn't able to. So the prosecution was good in getting her out of the way before the defense could really do their shit. But needless to say, that's so far the coverage for day 14 and 15. A lot happened, but then not a lot happened. The mess that really was going on was the exposure for, Mia being exposed to that video. And oh my God, I forgot this part. Oh my God. Y'all, I almost left before I even said it. The lady in the courtroom with the blonde wig that was in there acting a fool got thrown out because she telling Diddy they coming for you and watch out and all kind of shit. She just started yelling and going off in the courtroom. The security had to put her out. I need y'all fans to stop going there acting stupid. What are y'all trying to do? You in the courtroom. Are you trying to go to jail? For Diddy? Why? If his own peoples and his family, his kids can sit up there and act like they got some sense, why wouldn't the fans do the same? That is madness to me to even see that that's happening. It's not surprising. It's just surprising that people are doing it in the courthouse, I guess. And for this, what? Diddy, they're coming for you? What? Are you protecting Diddy now by yelling in the courtroom? You're not helping his situation. I don't know what you're doing, but you're not helping. And I was just amazed, like, that happened. And so much be going on with this case in this trial that some stuff like that is becoming normal because it's like, what? I believe, if I'm wrong, there's been plenty of fans that have came in there and spoken to him or waved or wished him luck or whatever bull crap. And I'm just like, you guys, what is this? This is a courtroom. Why are fans in here doing all this? I really believe it should just be the regular people that are there, friends and family and some press. And everybody else should be court officials. I don't know why we need fans and an audience. I don't know. I think that adds to the hoopla of it all, but who am I to say? But I had to touch on that because I almost forgot to touch on that. These few days are going to be a little bit more slow paced to me. They're going to be a little bit more boring because it's more about facts and more about like numbers and stuff like that. But it's important, and it's going to be more important later when the prosecution basically put the entire picture together to actually show you who Diddy is. All this is going to tie together by the end. We're already seeing the RICO be introduced basically through the finance and the business aspect and the hotel aspect of what he was doing. They showed the sex trafficking with the porn stars and all that. It's all coming together. You guys just have to see it. They're going to have to lay it all out for you guys. But it's all coming together. But anyways, as you may know, that's my Diddy coverage for day 14 and 15. Again, I know I messed up in the beginning with the numbers, but yeah, day 14 and 15. All right, that's Live with Robbie on Linkinwitrobby podcast. Stay tuned. See you soon.